The year was 1940. He was 1940, and I believe John F. Kennedy was 26 years old. 1942 came around. Pearl Harbor. Planes flew in from Japan. Knocked out a city. 1946, UFOs dropped down. Just one. UFOs in New Mexico, supposedly. 1946. It was actually Roswell, Mexico, in Mexico. On AOL, the alien was pink. We still got it in Sector 7. Sitting on a bubbler machine within an anti-oxidization chamber. Area 51. Everybody knows this. Okay. By 1956 to 1950, they came up with a bill, $50 bill. They would turn it to the bank and get more money. The 10-2. By we had Prohibition to happen. By the time 1960 hit, they came up with new drugs. Because of the distill, yeah. By 1970, they came up with LSD. But cocaine was getting smuggled in from the south of Florida. Cocaine cowboys. By 1980s, they made up something called the reverse record. When that shit was so funny. And they were just so like, what the fuck about it? And like, are you my friend? You are the devil. Shit like that. It's so funny. And then by 1990s, we came up with the cell phone. Google, everything was like around that area. But then stock market went down in 82 or 86. Fucking hate that part. But then 1990 came around, we got the cell phone in 96. I had my first cell phone when I was a kid, you know. By the time that hit, we only were in with 10 mores. Yeah. That's all. That's all we had is 10 mores that I know of. Yeah. Oops. Sorry. I blew too hard. By the time, 98, I would say 2000, we were in another war. We all know that one. Sad day. I can tell you about it though. It's flew in from the east. And the two towers that were standing up. The metal was so hot that it was at 280,000 degrees or some shit. 2,800 degrees. Don't get that wrong. 2,800 degrees. It was melting the steel so drastically. The debris, the the smoke, the everything that they did to us as a country was just so heartbreaking. The the way they the way I thought of how they actually got in is because it's not magnetic. Is because the silver, like the change from your pocket, silver, was actually melted down over there, made into knives, and hijacked the plane. Now, there's a lot more that actually happened between those times, those dates. We're still figuring out how to even overcome poverty. In 1932, we started chopping down marijuana plants. We should have never done that. Change the future. But 1922, we were still inventing the canned food. That changed world history all on its own. What came first, though? Stove. Or was it the pen? Well, it was an ink pen, sure. Books. I read a lot. I still got a lot more information. The studies between like science and the industry of science, and like the Stress magazine, when I read that too, the fight or flight. The doctor's wrong about something. It's the neuron receptors within your brain when you take a drug that actually helps you within your helping disease of how I say disease, sorry. But that's a new word, sure. From American scientists. But Stress magazine, the doctor's wrong about something. It's the neuron receptors within the brain of the yellow, greens, blues, and purples. Now, when you have two of the same color, of a purple and red, the neuron receptors means you're trained. Now, the frontal lobes actually have a lot to do with your memory. And then your deep cycle memory is within your deep cycle memory. It's like right here. It actually goes, or it's actually, they say it's right there, but it's not really right there. It's throughout your whole brain, right? Through the neuron receptors through your brain that actually cause you to memorize and understand and calculate and understand the way you're trying to be throughout your life. It's actually the yellow ones. The focus is how you're actually focused within the back of your brain. It's called the cortex within the structure of your brain. Actually, the purples are actually just like your movement and your mobility of how factors between you see, you hear, you think. So the date between 1994, we were actually giving out Ritalin. Ritalin was actually a lower dose of adderall. Adderall was actually based off of 1994 when they actually came out with it. Adderall is actually a formula based within methamphetamines. Now, those are just a lower dose of methamphetamines, which they don't actually hurt you, they make you smarter. Now, in 1994, when the guy came out with it, he actually he was wrong about something because he was thinking about mice at the time. And mice don't have feet like us. They don't have a DNA chromosome structure of us. They don't have the same blood type as us either. Don't get that wrong. They don't have that. Why? You're wasting a motherfucking time. Because they would have the same teeth that we do. They would have the same brain size as we do. They would have the same eyeballs as we do. Because our chromosomes are different. Now, the DNA structure between the mice to us with the same one, no, we have a BB or a negative AB or a 0 or plasma, if you will. There's no possible way that this guy was actually right about anything. Besides the drugs that he was putting out to the people. He didn't know a damn thing. He said the doctor was dumb. Adderall actually helps you with PTSD. Helps with your thinking disorders too. Also helps with you with bipolar too. It helps with the thinking counter structure within your brain to actually make you move forward in life. It makes you focused. It makes you constitutive too. It makes you very well organized every day. And it helps you throughout the day of your life. Now, if you're gay with a chemical imbalance within your brain, with the microstructure within your thoughts and memories, with the choice that you motherfucking have every fucking day, to go suck a dick or blow one too. I smoke one because I want one. Bitch. Okay, so we have a machine nowadays. Nowadays we have a machine that actually helps with the plant matter. Plant matter that actually fluctuates through the machine that actually we can actually collect it. Now those nutrients, those vitamins that are in the plant, that we can start micronutrients and out of it within the plant-based structure of what it is. Now those hearts, plants can't be hearts, but we actually learned something from it. It's a micronutrients collector that would actually collect at the bottom of the machine. It was on Netflix 4 years ago. They're working on cell regeneration within de-aging of properties of within atoms of ourselves. Now with the neutron and the proton and the flextron trying to turn the proton into an ally with the flextron or in the neutron, as the neutron is actually working within the nucleus, as the nucleus is actually helping with your immune system, as helping you within your de-aging process within your DNA. Now the biostructure of that would actually, plant-based nutrients would actually help you throughout your everyday life. Now the only thing I need to know is how to make a vitamin. And I just learned how on my own. Ooh. Distilling it at a high quality problemation of variance between how it's based of cooked to a vitamin through a vitamin nutrients within cell regeneration properties within atoms within yourself as a human organism. Based off of that would be the properties of what ones to put in it. Now I would put CBD in it too because it actually helps heal wounds. Variedness between that, it'll be flaxseed, calendula, maybe, I don't know, I'm trying to figure this shit out, because they all heal wounds, they're all within cosmetics, but if you make it into a vitamin, it'll be better, and it says right in my book that they're a vitamin. I'll start with aloe vera too. Then carrot seed oil. Make a little nice little cell regeneration. Based off of that would actually help with you every day through everyday life. I would put methamphetamine in it too. I don't know where to get that though. Motherfucking streets. Or I'll just go in the police office. They'll be like, yeah, well, what are you using it for, sir? Well, be like, here, I'll just show my badge and just go in there. And I'll write my name down and everything. It'll be alright. Be alright. MIP, alright? I'm just kidding. Based off of methamphetamine, the methamphetamine will actually help you, how I'm trying to say this, cell regenerate. Which, actually the properties of metabolic rate, though, you have to get your rest time. So you can't have too much, it's about 30 milligrams. So based off of that would actually know how to cell regenerate within properties of your atom, of how you are as a human organism. The metabolic rate is actually how much rest time you actually get within the structure of the plants that are actually working with you to help you cell regenerate. Now, within the cell regeneration of it all, it would actually be at 0.08. Metabolic rate within the structure of 7 to 4 rest time with 30 milligram to based off of what or how much you take every day, but you don't want to take no more than a week. It's worth, and that's one pill a week. It's true. Because the cell regeneration I hate it when it goes in my eye like that. Because the cell regeneration properties within how your cell regeneration is actually working, you'll be immune to it. Now, when you're immune, you won't be able to, you'll start aging without knowing it, and it's something like, based off of that, it's just like, it's not gonna be possible. It's because your DNA structure within your human organism is actually based off of what you took in the past, present, and now. Through your genes and genetics of your century, of how every genetic century of how your body is structured throughout your brain, throughout your eyes, throughout your nose, throughout your ears, throughout your everything. It's structured throughout your whole body. It's based off of how you are active every day throughout your how well you perform throughout everyday life too. It actually might, based off of this, it may actually help you throughout your everyday life and get you better nor worse. It's like any other drug. Thank you.